Pause for a second. Imagine you saw a child dying of hunger on your doorstep and you had the money and the power to help him. You would help him instantly, right? Because if you didn't, we wouldn't call you nice. We'd call you a monster. But here's the question that has shattered faith and promoted atheism. If God is all-powerful and if God watches the same thing million times throughout the day, then how is he still considered good? Is there an answer that actually makes sense? Or are we simply missing something deeper than we can understand? Let's find out in today's video by taking a short walk in this forest. So I'll try to use my 15 years of experience as a yogi in Nepal to answer this question to you. I will divide the answer into two different parts. Part 2 is very interesting, so stay with me till the end of this video. Part 1 is rule of karma and free will of human beings. So listen to me very carefully as I walk around this forest. Take your time and learn. I hope you learn something new. Rule of karma is very, very, very simple if you try to understand it very, very simply and not overcomplicate things, okay? Like, remember Newton's third law of motion? Newton's third law of motion states that for every action in physics, it has equal and opposite reaction, or opposite reaction in opposite direction. So scientifically, there is God, but God is not actually very active doer. Rather, God has created laws, rules and laws, just like the laws of physics. God has created some karmic laws or laws of karma. According to that, people get good or bad consequences according to what they do. So technically, God actually has got nothing to do with our suffering. We suffer because of our own actions, and we get good consequences because of our own actions. So if somebody is suffering, that doesn't mean God is disfavoring that person or God is simply giving punishment to that person. And in the same way, if somebody is getting good things only in life, and he's lucky, doesn't mean God favors him more. God actually doesn't actively do anything. So the point is, just like in the physical world, everything runs in physics according to physical laws, and God doesn't interfere into any of these things. In the karmic law also, God doesn't interfere. God actually lets the law take care of everything. But that does not mean that God does not exist. And one thing plays a very important role here, and that is called free will. You see, human beings are the only species on the planet in the known universe who have got free will. So you are free to use your karma the way you like. I am free to use my karma the way I like. So if a bunch of politicians disagree with each other and they start a war and a lot of people get killed, then it's up on the politicians. It's simple as that. It's not on the God to take the blame. Because it's not that the God got them killed, it's the politicians' free will that got them killed. And it is the people, they are going to face the consequence now, instant karma, or later in the future. After they die or in this life, they are going to face their consequences. Now this brings us to the second part of the video, in which you can still question like, okay, I understand that everything happens because of free will. I understand that people face karma. But what did that poor person do to deserve death? And why does God keep on just observing and not interfering no matter how evil people get? And this is the question that everybody asks many times in their life. First of all, those people who question this very emotionally are wrong logically. You know why? Because it's not true that God doesn't interfere at all. But it might be true that God doesn't interfere instantly. Or you might say God doesn't prevent innocent animals and people being hurt instantly. There is a way that God and the universe work together. You can give the name science, okay? So the universe operates according to science. That's why creation happened and everything works according to science, which is why some people are atheist. Some people do not believe in God, but when you throw them the question that who is the creator or is there a creator, they won't be able to answer. So they believe something they are not sure about. When they say that universe is ever existing and everything is done by science alone. But leave it anyways, the point is there are some pre-made rules of nature according to which everything runs, and the rules of nature will not be violated because it's for everybody. So the point is God has not created individual rules for individual people, rather created one rule that governs everybody. That's called the rule of karma. And you cannot escape that rule. I cannot either. Okay, so nobody can escape it. It's for everybody. So it's not that God is just watching and not doing anything. God has made very, very powerful rule. So that means if you are suffering today, maybe tomorrow you will not suffer. That's the reason why you are suffering today, so that you can have a better tomorrow. Remember, after night comes day. So this whole universe runs in duality. The point is, we all are here to suffer. We are not here to have fun. We are here to explore, yes. We're here to go through a journey of life till death, yes. But we all are suffering, little or more. It's the question of how much you are suffering. So we all are here in this journey on a tourist visa. Nobody has a permanent visa or a green card. That means we are going to departure. It's just that we don't know our departure date, right? So those who bring suffering to others in this already unpleasant journey of life, they will suffer later or sooner. And that's the point. And those who do good, they will also get good results sooner or later. And that's the point too. So it's now time for me to sign out. But if inner science is the thing that awakes curiosity within you, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So until next time, bye-bye.